All right, we are about to go on an amazing journey through Asia. But forget the maps and the guidebooks. Our guides are going to be some of the most incredible masterpieces in art history. Get ready because we're going to explore 4 paintings that really unlock the stories of their cultures. So let's start with a big question, a really big one. How can a single painting, just paint on a canvas or ink on paper, actually reveal the soul of an entire culture? Well, that's exactly what we're here to figure out. To get our bearings, we need to understand a key idea: court arts. Now, not everything we're looking at was made for a palace, but it's a great frame of mind. Think about it: art made for rulers, for nobles. It's like a time capsule. It captures these huge stories, deep beliefs, and even just what daily life was like hundreds of years ago. So here's our itinerary for this Pan-Asian art tour. We're kicking things off in Japan with the iconic Great Wave. Then we're off to China to get lost in the crowds of Along the River during the Qingming Festival. After that, we'll see how you can literally paint music with India's Ragamala albums. And we'll end with a powerful, emotional gut punch in the Philippines with the Spoliarium. First stop, Japan. We're talking about the awesome and sometimes terrifying power of nature. I mean, come on, you know this one. It's The Great Wave off Kanagawa by the master Katsushika Hokusai. But here's the cool part. It's not a painting. It's an ukiyo-e woodblock print from Japan's Edo period. That means thousands of copies were made. This was art for the people, not just for some rich lord. And the genius of it is right here in this contrast. You've got this monstrous, powerful wave ready to swallow those fishermen whole. It represents the overwhelming force of nature. But then, in the background, you see Mount Fuji. It's totally calm, still, permanent. It's a perfect picture of humans caught right in the middle of that struggle. So just think about what Hokusai packed into one image: the immense power of nature, our tiny human struggle against it, and this deep, abiding love for the Japanese landscape. It tells such a huge story. It's really no wonder it's become one of the most recognized pieces of art on the planet. All right, let's go from the raw power of nature to the bustling energy of a city. Next up, we're heading to China for an incredible snapshot of urban life. So this piece is called Along the River During the Qingming Festival by Zhang Zheduan. And it's not something you just look at all at once. It's a long hand scroll. You literally have to unroll it, and as you do, this whole story of life in an ancient Chinese city just unfolds right before your eyes. And when I say life, I mean it's absolutely packed. The detail is it's insane. We're talking about hundreds of individual people, each one doing their own thing. You've got merchants selling their goods, boats on the river, people eating. It's like an ancient version of Where's Waldo, but for an entire city. And that's why this scroll is such a historical treasure. It's way more than just a pretty picture. It's practically a time machine. It gives us this unbelievably vivid record of daily life, of the economy, of the whole social fabric, from the richest official to the poorest beggar. It's just an essential window into a world that's long gone. Okay, so from the tiny details of a city, we're now jumping to India to explore something really unique, an art form that literally paints music and feelings. What you're looking at here are Ragamala albums. These are collections of these absolutely beautiful miniature paintings, often made by different artists. The name itself, Ragamala, gives you a huge clue. It translates to a garland of ragas. So what in the world is a raga? Well, in Indian classical music, a raga is a musical pattern, but it's so much more than a scale. Each raga is specifically designed to create a certain mood, a particular emotion, or even capture the feeling of a specific time of day. You could almost think of it as the emotional DNA of a piece of music. And this is where it gets so cool. Each one of these Ragamala paintings is a visual version of a specific raga. The artists used bright colors and detailed scenes, often about love or the seasons, to make you see the music. I mean, how incredible is that? It's this direct, beautiful connection between sound, words, and images. For our final stop, we're heading to the Philippines, and we're going to be looking at a painting that is so much more than a painting. It became a powerful symbol for a whole nation's struggle. This is the Spoliarium. It is a massive, incredibly powerful painting by Juan Luna from 1884. Today, it's a cornerstone of Filipino art, and it hangs in the National Museum of Fine Arts right there in the Philippines. I mean, just look at it. The source material puts it perfectly. It is a dark and emotional scene showing suffering and injustice. You don't even need to know the story to feel the tragedy and the weight of this painting. So, what are we actually seeing? On the surface, it shows defeated Roman gladiators being dragged into a dark chamber after a battle. But the real meaning is so much deeper. For the Filipino people, this scene became a potent symbol of their own suffering under Spanish colonial rule. And when Juan Luna took this painting to Madrid and won a gold medal, wow! It wasn't just an art prize, it was this huge statement of Filipino talent, pride, and resilience on the world stage. So, we've been on quite a tour. Let's take a step back and think about what this all means and about the amazing language of art. So, what have we really seen today? Well, in Japan, we saw how art can capture the awe-inspiring power of nature. In China, we saw how art can be a perfect documentary of daily life. In India, art can literally let you see music. And in the Philippines, we saw how art can become a symbol for an entire nation's social experience. Every piece was so different, right? But they all used this incredible visual language to tell a deep, important story about their culture. And that kind of leaves us with one last question to chew on, doesn't it? Centuries from now, what stories will our art tell about us?